Then in heavy displeasure spake unto him Pallas Athena, God help thee. Thou art surely sore in need of Odysseus that is afar, to stretch forth his hands upon the shameless wooers. If he could but not come now, and stand at the entering in of the gate, with helmet and shield and lances twain, as mighty a man as when first I marked him in our house drinking and making merry, what time he came up out of Ephyra from Ilus, son of Murmurus. For even thither had Odysseus gone on his swift ship to seek a deadly drug, that he might have wherewithal to smear his bronze-shod arrows. But Ilus would in no wise give it to him, for he had in awe the ever-living gods. But my father gave it him, for he bare him wondrous love. Oh, that Odysseus might in such strength consort with the wooers, so should they all have swift fate and bitter wedlock. Howbeit these things surely lie on the knees of the gods, whether he shall return or not, and take vengeance in his halls. But I charge thee to take counsel, how thou mayest thrust forth the wooers from the hall. Come now, mark and take heed unto my words. On the morrow call the Achaean lords to the assembly, and declare thy saying to all, and take the gods to witness. As for the wooers, bid them scatter, them each one his own. And for thy mother, if her heart is moved to marriage, let her go back to the hall of that mighty man her father, and her kinsfolk will furnish a wedding feast, and array the gifts of wooing exceeding many, all that should go back with a daughter dearly beloved. And to thyself I will give a word of wise counsel. If perchance thou wilt hearken, fit out a ship, the best thou hast, with 20 oarsmen, and go inquire concerning thy father that is long afar. If perchance any man shall tell thee aught, or if thou mayest hear the voice from Zeus, which chiefly brings tidings to men. Get thee first to Pylos, and inquire of goodly Nestor, and from thence to Sparta, to Menelaus of the fair hair, for he came home last of the mail-coated Achaeans. If thou shalt hear news of the life and returning of thy father, then verily thou mayest endure the wasting for yet a year. But if thou shalt hear that he is dead and gone, return then to thine own dear country, and pile his mound, and over it pay burial rites, full many as is due, and give thy mother to a husband. But when thou hast done this, and made an end, thereafter take counsel in thy mind and heart, how thou mayest slay the wooers in thy halls, whether by guile or openly, for thou shouldest not carry childish thoughts, being no longer of years thereto. Or hast thou not heard what renown the goodly Orestes gat him among all men in that he slew the slayer of his father, guileful Aegisthus, who killed his famous sire? And thou too, my friend, for I see that thou art very comely and tall, be valiant, that even men unborn may praise thee. But I will now go down to the swift ship and to my men, whom methinks chafe much at tarrying for me. And do thyself take heed, and give ear unto my words. Today is one big paragraph, one big monologue by Athena, and this, I believe, is that divine inspiration. This is the words she adviseth Telemachus to heed. What is she saying here? Essentially, in its most simplistic form, she's saying, you need to go and find out about your dad. If he's alive, then all this shit you're enduring here, you can go one more year. And then your dad's going to come back, and boy, oh boy, these wooers, all these men making a muck of your life, are going to be sorry that they did. But if he's dead, then you can come back here. You can create his shrine. You can have his funeral. You can pay him all the due respect, and everyone around can pay the due respect. Then you can marry off your mother to a respectful and honorable man, and then you can take care of the wooers however you want to, whether by guile or openly, as Athena says here, saying that, like, you can, like, be subtle about it, and you can find ways in which to discourage them from being around here, or I'm not sure if you heard of Orestes over there, but he took fatal vengeance on his father's killer and put an end to Aegisthus. So you know what? If he did that, no one, I don't think, is gonna blame you for taking out some bloody vengeance on all these wooers. But I think ultimately what Athena is saying by the end of this is, whichever you choose, do so with conviction, because she's saying here, thou shouldest not carry childish thoughts, being no longer of years thereto. So saying, like, you're sitting here, you're lamenting, you're complaining, you're licking your wounds, you were wondering why the gods have made life so hard. Oh, how many people have you known in high school who have never quite let go of that, oh my God, the world is against me sort of mentality? Like, take responsibility for your own situation, make the change that you want to see, and own it, whatever that might be. It's not for the gods to blame. You have to take the honor that I see within you and own it. Become the man you are destined to become. But I gotta be honest, I don't know much about Telemachus as a character outside of what we're reading now. My memory of the character is pretty sparse, so I don't know how he's going to take this. I'm imagining. Well, I don't know, because I was assuming we'd be following Odysseus at some point, and we're almost through book 1, and we haven't even been introduced to Odysseus outside of other people talking about him. So, is the Odyssey about Telemachus finding Odysseus? I mean, granted, the Iliad is the text before the Odyssey. Okay, I might be discovering something in real time, and how embarrassing would it be within the first week of episodes to come to this realization. The blinding of Polyphemus, the sirens, all of those iconic moments, are they from the Iliad and not the Odyssey? Is the Odyssey about Telemachus finding Odysseus? Suddenly, I am very confused. I have no idea what I have in store for me for the next year. What a point at which to make this discovery. So all of that to say, I don't know how Telemachus is going to respond to what Athena is doing here. Is he going to be whiny and leaning into his, but I don't want to, everyone's out here making my life hard. Or is he going to actually be inspired by what she's saying and go out there and make some action happen? I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to continue reading, though I have no idea what I'm reading anymore. Join me here tomorrow as I learn more. Until then, okay, goodbye. Odyssey is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. The show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Odyssey, written by Homer. Theme song by Neuroflow. You can support this show and other shows like it by going to patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.